Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to speak as we close this debate. I shared this story with the Finance Committee this week, but I felt that it's important to share this story with the entire body. Our second son was born at 2 pounds and 2 ounces. He stayed in the hospital for 90 days. We brought him home tube feeding and with oxygen for the next 12 months. Struggled to grow and thrive. As we entered the school age, we entered him into public education. And we determined that he had a learning disability. Just struggled and could not seem to keep up. Went into special classes, but that just continued to grow, and he fell farther and farther behind. My wife and I determined that we had to do something. And because we had the financial resources, and she was willing to drive 40 miles every day to bring him to Nashville to a special school, we were able to do that. He entered back into Gallatin High School, and through some teachers that paid special attention to him, he graduated. But when we went back to Gallatin High School, we weren't even certain that we'd get a regular diploma. But he did. We looked for a university for him to go to and found one in Searcy, Arkansas, Harding University, that had a tutoring program for students with learning disabilities. He entered there and he graduated 5 years later. Not only did he do that, then he continued on in his education and received his master's degree. Today he is married with 2 children, working full-time, and working on his doctorate degree. If my wife and I had not had the resources and the ability to pull him out of what was failing him into a place that he could thrive, he'd probably be flipping hamburgers today. I tell you that personal story because the same arguments were made when we passed a bill concerning children with disabilities to be able to have vouchers going. We have less than 140 students across the state that take advantage of those, but I promise you, those students, this is making a difference in their lives. This bill is not perfect, and we need that data gathered to see if this will be successful. But I'm convinced that we owe the opportunity to folks that cannot afford to have their children educated, that we need to give them that opportunity. And this is the first part of that. This should be about the students, not the system. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.